Before we begin this recipe, I need you to cook about 2 cups of plain and lightly salted quinoa. If you don't know how to cook quinoa, click on the link above. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Manny and this is Grubanny. After cooking our quinoa, we're going to move on to prepping our vegetables. Chop a large onion and set it aside. The subscriber count has blown up recently and I just want to say thank you to everyone that supports this channel. Next, slice and dice a whole red bell pepper and set it aside. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit the like button. Naturally, the next step will be to slice and dice 1 whole green bell pepper. Set it aside while we move on to our next ingredient. We're going to slice a whole habanero with the seeds included for more heat. Next, grab your whole fennel and slice off the top. The only part of the fennel I'll be using for this recipe is the bulb. You can use whatever parts you want. We're going to slice off the bottom and chop it like an onion. We're going to cut it in half, slice each half into strips, cut the strips down the middle, then chop. Really, you can cut it into whatever shape or size you want, but when you're done, set it aside. If you've been watching my videos, you know I must add some oyster mushrooms. You could cook them whole, but for this recipe, it's best to slice them into smaller pieces. So, slice your oyster mushrooms into smaller pieces and set them aside. Over here I have a handful of fresh basil leaves. I'm going to slice them and set them aside. To be honest, this dish should be better if you add about a cup or 2 of fresh basil. Moving on, add some grapeseed oil to a cast iron pan set to low heat. When the oil is hot enough, we're going to bloom some of our spices. We're going to start with 3 tablespoons of coriander. Blooming your coriander will add a wonderful color, flavor, and aroma to your dish. Let your coriander bloom for about 1 minute on low heat. Next, we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Give it a mix and let it bloom for 1 minute on low heat. Next, we're going to add our chopped onion. Increase your heat to medium-high heat and let it saute until fragrant. Once your onions start to turn translucent, you can go ahead and add your chopped oyster mushrooms. Give it a good mix, and if you listen carefully, it'll speak to you. After about 5 minutes on medium-high heat, you can go ahead and add the rest of your ingredients. Add your sliced habanero pepper. Add your diced green bell pepper. Add your diced red bell pepper. Now we need to move quickly. Add your chopped fennel bulb. We're going to use some dried ground papaya seeds as a replacement for dried ground black pepper. Add 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. Add some pure sea salt to taste. Add 2 tablespoons of onion powder. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, then give it a really good mix. This is a quick reminder that you can also follow Grubanny on Instagram. I'm quite active there now. If you have any question about this recipe, you can leave it in the comment section on YouTube or on Instagram. Now let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes on medium-high heat. Over here, I have a tablespoon of dried mushroom powder. I showed you how to make this in my egusi video. Add your dried mushroom powder, then immediately follow it with 2 cups of cooked quinoa. Give it a good mix and let it heat up for 2 to 3 minutes. After your quinoa heats up, you're going to add your sliced fresh basil. Follow your sliced basil with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of coconut aminos. Give it a good mix, turn off your stove and let it rest for 5 minutes and you're done. This is a very easy recipe anyone could make on a weeknight. Check this out. As I mentioned, I don't eat clumpy or overcooked quinoa. This quinoa has been heated twice now and it's still not clumpy or overcooked. If you want to learn how to cook quinoa my way, click on the link above or in the description box below. You can garnish with some cherry tomatoes and some cilantro. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, take a good look at this, go make it, and stop wishing you were my best friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.